Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to iArabic. In this lesson you will learn about adjectives in Arabic and at the end there's a challenge question, so stay tuned. Now before we start today's lesson, I want to take a look at these three words in English. Here we have a pious man. Now this first word, pious in red, is describing this word man. In English grammar, this word pious is the description, or what is known in grammar as the adjective. And man is being described. Man is the subject of our adjective. Now, it's the same thing in Arabic, except you just flip it. Instead of saying pious first, we say the man first. So in Arabic here we have rajulun salihun. And salihun means pious. And rajulun, which we've done many times, is man. And as you can see, in English, pious comes first and then man comes second. Whereas in Arabic, since we're reading the other way, rajul, man is coming first, and salih, the adjective, is actually coming later. Okay, so in English the adjective comes first, in Arabic it comes second. This first term, or this first word, the described word, is known as Mawsuf. Okay, Mawsuf basically, literally it means described. And the second word, our adjective, is known as Sifah. And in some books also use Wasf. And so I'll put that out there so that you don't get confused if you see it elsewhere. But know that Sifah and Wasf are the same thing, and they are both the terms for the adjective. Now, let's move on to our rule. The Sifah must agree with Mawsuf in four things. The first of those four is gender. Here we have imra'atun salihatun, a pious woman. Now, as you'll notice, I've changed salih. Okay, over here, if you look at the difference, here it says salihun, and here it says salihatun. And so, all I did was I extended this ha, and I put a ta marbuta there. I moved the tanween over, and I put a fatha on the ha. Why did I do that? Because the word that we're describing is feminine, imra'atun, woman. Okay, this ta marbuta tells us that this word is feminine. Hence, the adjective also has to be feminine. So we say imra'atun salihatun, and we don't say imra'atun salihun. Secondly, we have number. Okay, so if the described word or the subject of our adjective is singular, then our adjective is also going to have to be singular. If it's dual, then it's also going to have to be dual. And if it's plural, it's also going to have to be plural. And we haven't done numbers yet, but just so you know, in Arabic, along with singular and plural, we also have something called dual. And to make a word dual is very easy. All we do is add a alif, the alif is right here, and a noon. Okay, and you'll see the alif and noon here as well. Why? Because this word, rajulani just means two men. Okay, you'll see rajul, ra, jim, lam, and then we added the alif noon to make it dual. Because this word is dual, and we want to describe it using the adjective pious or salih, we also have to add an alif noon and make the adjective dual as well. And so similarly, I added a fatha, and then I added the alif and noon with a kasra. Okay, so it becomes rajulani salihani, two pious men. The third thing that the Mawsuf must agree with the Sifa in is the case ending. So here we have hamidun rajulun salihun. Hamid is a pious man. So Hamid here is our mubtada. It's our subject, okay? And rajulun salihun is our khabar, okay? He's our predicate. Now, because rajulun has two dhammas, it has a tanween dhamma, salihun is also going to have two dhammas, okay? Because we're using pious to describe the man. Now, if rajulun was to have two fathas, then salihun would also have two fathas. If we were to give rajulun two kasras, then salih would also have two kasras. And if we were to give it one fatha, kasra, or dhamma, it would also have one kasra, fatha, or dhamma. And then the fourth thing that the sifa must agree with the mawsuf in is definiteness. What I mean by that is the application of alif lam, for example. We have ar-rajulu as-salihu, the pious man. How did it become the? Well, if you've been watching the videos, you'll know that it became the because of the alif lam. And so because ar-rajul has alif lam, as-salih is also going to get alif lam. And if we remove the alif lam from here, we have to remove the alif lam from here as well. And so those are the four things they must agree in. Now, some of you may say, well, there is a very close similarity to mubtada and khabar and mawsuf and sifah. Well, mubtada and khabar is actually different. Why? Well, for example, we have ar-rajulu salihun. Now, if you'll notice that this first word is definite, and the second word is indefinite. It's definite because it has alif lam, and this is indefinite as it has no alif lam, and so it has a tanween. And so because of that, because there is a difference, and because this word, although it may look like an adjective, does not follow this word in everything, in all four of those things, because it's not definite as well, what we know is that this is mubtada khabar. So the translation, or the way we understand it, is the man is pious. And so it's a complete sentence. Whereas here, rajulun salihun is only a pious man. Okay? It's not a complete sentence. Whereas I can put a period here and I can end the sentence and you'll have the subject and you'll have the predicate. Here, you won't have anything. All you have is the adjective and what it describes. And they both agree in all four of those things, in gender, number, case ending, as well as definiteness, and because of that we know that they are mawsuf sifa and not mubtada khabar. Now I have a challenge question for you all. The purpose of this question is to practice what we've learned in the past few lessons and put them all together. Mudaf ilayh is something we learned in lesson number 7, so you can go back to that and check it out to review if you need to. Now in this question, all you have to do is use these labels for all three of these words. So here we have ibn, we have ar-rajul, man, and we have as-salih, pious. Let me add the harakats for you. Ibn ar-rajul as-salihi, ibn ar-rajul as-salihi. Okay, based on this, I want you to tell me which term applies to which of these words. Okay, so number 1 is for ibn, number 2 is for rajul, 3 is for salih, and 4 is actually for both of these words. Okay, so which term, and I've given you 4 terms to choose from to make it easy for you, which of these terms apply to which one? So which one of these is mudaf, which one of them is mudaf ilay, which one is sifa, and which one is mawsuf. Also, I think here it'll be better if you translate it as son. Okay, so boy or son both work, but you probably want to use son instead. Make sure you post your answers on iarabic.tv on lesson 11. Thank you all for watching. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you all.